For more understanding, I am suddenly drawn to books, articles, and conversations about spirituality and the interconnectedness of us all. Would you be able to direct me where to start?
The desire for learning about spirituality is driven by the need to know our true self. There are times in life when this internal alert goes off and we feel impelled to awaken to our spiritual self. The place to start is wherever your present interest leads you. It can be through health, emotions, intellectual understanding, or relationships. There is no right or wrong book to start with. Pick up whatever appeals to you, and this is the place to begin.
Soul and spirit. How would you explain the difference between your soul and your spirit?
Often these two words are used interchangeably, but when they are differentiated, the usual distinction is that the soul is a more personalized aspect of our individuality that carries our history and tendencies through time, whereas the spirit is our pure essence that expresses our universality. Our spirit is our divine spark without any qualification or limitation to it.
Paths to God. I have been brought up my entire life as a Christian. Over the past few years, inside I have been feeling like being a Christian can't be the only avenue to reaching God. I feel like I am missing something when it comes to connecting with God. When I've read your books, something inside me awakens. What would be your suggestion for me to do to get an understanding of where I am in my life at this moment?
You are in the midst of expanding your understanding of God. In recognizing that there are different paths and teachings leading to the divine, you are learning to see that God is a reality that is accessible to everyone based upon their own inner reality. Reaching God is not dependent upon whether you happen to be exposed to the right religion. What matters is following a path to the divine that rings true to you and your spiritual experience. You will find that whatever brings you deeper into your core spirituality will bring you nearer to God.
Personal relationship to God. I have my own set of beliefs. For example, I am spiritually open. I think that everyone's spirituality and faith is his or her personal path with God. However, not many people would agree with me on this. So how can I relate to others' spiritual paths and such, since I can't really say that I 100% belong to an organized religion? I have my own relationship with God. I tried attending various temples and churches, but there was just so much dogma behind many of the organized religions. That's when I decided to just have a personal relationship with God. Since my religion or spiritual path is so personal, what should I live by? What is the right way if everyone's relationship with God is so personal? Also, how can I relate to or find a community or church that shares my beliefs?
There isn't just one right path to God. If you have a meaningful relationship with God, then that is your path. Let the deepening of your experience of God reveal the values that are important for you to live by. For instance, if your relationship with God centers around love and compassion, then you can live by serving others in love and spiritually relating to others who share that commitment. If your relationship with God is oriented more toward prayer, silent contemplation, and study, then a prayer and study group could be a way you find spiritual community.
Learning lessons. I believe that all our experiences are meant to teach us some sort of lesson. What if, after deep thought and prayer, waiting and listening, one is unable to understand what lesson was to be learned by a specific event in one's life?
Sometimes the lesson we are to learn are not